talk and gab. But Gonzo's with me, and
Howdy.
so are 2 other people. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, it's me, Austin. I mean, Red.
Andrew.
So, Red and I and Gonzo, and I don't think you've played 76 yet, have you?
No, I've watched you play it a bit.
Okay, well then you can
I think you've only played 4, right? Or have you played other ones?
I've played 4. I have a copy of New Vegas, but it's still sitting in plastic.
New
But,
Vegas is amazing.
So we're going to talk about Fallout 76 for a little bit. So to give our opinions on the new NPCs, and evidently they've added display cases, and then they've added nuclear winter, and the raids. They've added the
I
raids.
have to point out, technically, they've already had display cases in 76, but they're not fucking usable.
Well, these ones are actually usable, so...
Like, I actually built a display case in 76. Nothing can fit inside of it. It opens. It's a glass case. Nothing goes in.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a particular way to get it.
These ones
I don't
you
fucking
can
know it.
Yeah, these ones you can actually display your bobbleheads,
That.
weapons, favorite weapons, or a piece of junk. So different display cases have been added to let players express themselves a bit.
I'm sorry, but with the way this game has been running and the way Bethesda's been handling it, raise your hands out there in the audience if you believe, GamerGab folks, that Bethesda's going to mess up the implementation and people are going to be able to steal people's shit right from the display cases.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think I just felt everyone raise their hands from the future.
Yeah, so...
Here's the thing I have about 76. I like it, but only in a certain way. It's not New Vegas. It's not 4. I don't want to do anything that I can do in 4 except build a house in 76. I don't want to display my shit because I think people are going to just fucking steal it.
Yeah.
I just want to do what I always do in Fallout games and explore around. And in that aspect I love 76. But I don't want it to be Fallout 4 online.
Right.
They tried that on a closed server at one point and it didn't work.
I mean, I like the fact that it's online because you can actually play with people.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like the idea of survival and working as a group. So in there, I love 76, but I mean, it's not 4, it's not New Vegas, it's not 3.
And 76 honestly shouldn't be here yet. We shouldn't be playing Fallout 76 right now. Not just because the game is rushed, but for what fans wanted and what Bethesda should have done to make Fallout 76 what they wanted it to be, required time and more practice.
Right.
Like, what they should have done is made either another completely different straight-up Fallout game, with a new engine, by the way, because you just can't keep putting new tech and code on this old-ass engine and expecting it not to fall apart.
Right.
The second you make it go live. But if anything, you should have put a lot of work into making something that's popular, because y'all like to follow popular trends.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 co-op. You didn't have to do like a whole, 16 people on a server in 76?
Yeah, they didn't need to do that. Most
Yeah.
Do
definitely.
what they did for Assassin's Creed Unity, private servers for just missions.
Right.
And even so, like, for example, I use this as my stable build idea for Fallout 76. Cut down a server to a fourth of the people.
Yeah.
Literally make it so you and 4 people get together and tackle all that shit. If you get some big serious events where you need to fight like the Imposter Sheep Squatch or the Scorch Beast Queen, invite players over from another server.
I actually
Right.
had to do the Imposter Sheep Squatch. I fucking hated that.
And
Legendary motherfucker, too.
Yeah.
Well, I hate it doing it because it's not fighting it that's the problem. He can catch the power fist like everybody else.
It's everybody else that's there.
Yes! It's fairly clear that they state in the mission, in the holotape, yeah, you need to turn on these terminals and it's gonna hurt. But when they're all connected, it powers down and you can push your shit in. People are like, oh god, this hurts me, I don't want to do it, I'm just gonna shoot. Oh god, it hurts, he's hurting me.
Yeah.
He booted me halfway across the West Virginia Commonwealth.
He did.
It's like, I landed in Morgantown. Okay, well, spin caps to get back. Because, anytime you want to walk somewhere in a hurry, you got to pull out your wallet. Great idea!
Yeah, like, for the people in this room, me and Red, you and I have been the fanatics of Fallout the longest. In fact, when we first met, like, Fallout Online was the one thing we talked a lot about, like, what you could do. So I feel like Bethesda was really like, there is a section of the fandom. Like, you were just now like, right before 76 came out, Toxic, you were being introduced to Fallout,
Right.
and you fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So, like, you were getting up to our level very quickly, but they saw people like me and Red and go, they want this game, let's give it to them.
Yeah.
They saw us and they're like, they want this game, let's make money off of it.
Exactly.
Not, let's give them the
Yeah.
game they deserve.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
this
I never said deserve, I just said let's give them the game.
Right, that's why I emphasized that. But, like, they could have done Fallout 4 with co-op. At base, one other person. Because you've got Far Cry 5, which is phenomenal. There are a lot of people who haven't played it because it's still kind of popular.
Right. It's expensive.
Still kind of, yeah. And, yeah, we see you, Ubisoft. Yeah, you make good games, but they don't have to be so goddamn expensive.
I only have 4, so. But.
Anyway, but like you could have made Fallout 4 co-op with just one person, and then some other game where you worked in larger co-op numbers so you could get it down. Okay, we're going to experience these issues. We're going to do this. So by the time you get to the big Fallout MMO, everything that's supposed to come out now is done.
Mm-hmm.
Like that roadmap they released, it should have been
Yeah.
there from the start.
I was gonna say, they should have, if they made it, they shouldn't have made it where people could have done PvP on the open server. Like, period.
There's a lot of problems
like,
with that.
period. Don't
I
do
love
that.
the fact that, yeah, you know what? If you fight someone PvP, you're going to get in trouble, and if they don't allow it. But still, like, there was a guy who I just wanted to fast travel to an area that I needed to get to. He kept attacking me, and I'm
Yes.
like, God damn it, I can't fast travel with him around, and he's chasing me, so
Yes.
I'm like, I guess I'm running all the way to my thing.
Yes, I've had people
That
do
being
that to
said,
me.
he was not expecting me to run into an area full of enemies. So, yeah. He didn't like that.
But yeah, I've had that happen to me too. I was trying to sell stuff at the train station and someone wouldn't stop hitting me. I'm like, I'm trying to do something here.
That happened. They attack the train stations a lot.
Yeah, it's
I've had that
we're
twice.
here to sell stuff, not here to play PvP. If we want to play PvP,
We'll go to
you
the PvP
already made a
server.
server for it. Take it off.
Or at the
Well, no,
very
they don't
least-
like that because on those PvP servers, everyone's more on an even keel.
Yeah.
So they
They
don't
don't
have
want to be.
they don't have that advantage that they can push on someone else. They essentially have to fight someone on their level, and then they go there and get their shit pushed in, and then get offline and complain and shed them tears like you can't
Toxic is Toxic
You
is
can't
making
see me,
me
but-
tears.
right, and then they go get offline and furiously choke themselves out with a bottle of Jergens, then get back online. So that's what happens. That's why they don't go to those servers, which is why it's a stupid idea that they incorporated a trend, Battle Royale, because
Yeah.
someone's like, oh, wow, people really like this PUBG game.
Or Apex or
Fortnite.
It's like, let's throw it in Fallout.
Yeah, like, again, Johnny come latelys. How about instead of inventing a new game mode, how about you fix the ones you have?
Right. What were you gonna say?
Oh, just that if they already have a PvP server, what they should just introduce a system like I've seen in other MMOs, where in order to attack somebody, you have to do like, I don't know, send a duel invite.
Right.
Well, how it worked prior is they attack you, and if you attack them back, the fight began. But if you didn't attack them back, they could still hit you, but only do half damage. And if they killed you, a bounty was put on your head, and that made everyone else come after you.
But now it seems like no one cares.
Well, here's the thing. I was actually spying on someone one day because I actually saw a weaker person on a bounty, So I was scoping him out because I build sniper builds.
All right.
Everyone in this room knows I'm a sniper stealth
Yes.
person. And I was watching him like, can I get the shot off? And then here comes someone else, bigger and badder, and just attacks him.
Yeah.
This person was not wanted, but the person he was attacking was wanted.
Right.
Kills him pretty quickly, even with half damage.
Well,
Pretty
yeah,
bad.
he's bigger.
But here's the thing. It turns out that if you do not, this might have been a glitch. I'm hoping it was, but if it isn't, then it's stupid. They still have to okay the fight.
I don't think.
Because the second that person who was wanted died, the person who killed him became wanted.
Oh. I
I'm
don't
like,
know. I
what
don't know if
the
you have to
hell?
okay the fight.
Because I was gonna take this person out if I could. I was stronger than this person,
Right.
and I have so much bonus damage to stealth.
Yeah.
One freaking 308 round to the head was gonna hurt like shit, and I could have started picking him off pretty quickly.
No, you don't have to okay it.
you
Because
don't have to.
Quizo let me kill him a few times so I could get the stupid achievement for killing 20 people.
Oh, okay.
And he hit me and I didn't have to okay it. Like, he killed me instantly because we were just playing around after that.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't have to okay anything.
I guess
That
it
I
must have just been
remember
a
of.
glitch.
Right, I'm like,
because
that I remember
He
of.
wasn't wanted until after he killed the wanted player.
Huh.
And when I saw that, I'm like, I'm not killing this because he was twice my level,
right.
so I'm pulling out. Like, nope, gotta go.
But I don't remember having to okay that.
Yeah,
I
it
remember going, you
might
know,
have been a glitch.
you got revenge or whatever, here's your reward, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you killed so-and-so, I don't know.
No, the PvP's fucked up anyway.
But I'm like, they didn't need that, period.
I'm not a PvP player. Like, when we play Destiny, you kind of drag me into Crucible, which is the PvP area.
Yeah,
but
not all
it's
the
only
time.
for a few games, so I
Right.
don't really care.
Just because it's for, like, the daily challenge or something.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Like, the first time I tried PvP was City of Heroes, and I'm like, I'm just going to go in the PvP area and see how it is. The second I step out of the safety zone, I get shot to shit. I look up, there's a level 50 just hovering in the sky waiting to pick
Yeah,
people off.
cheating. That's the only
I'm
thing
like,
I
what
hate
the
about
fuck?
it is because then you got campers.
My first camp experience.
Yep, like Overwatch. People camp by the front door and wait for you to come out, and yeah.
It's dumb. I'm just not a PvP fan.
It depends on the game for me.
You've
I
been
definitely
playing
don't like-
Apex a lot.
Yeah, I definitely like Apex. That one's set up pretty well.
My PvP experience has come from the game Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have played that as well.
I haven't
Just a little bit.
I've been playing Battlefield,
Or
or it was
Battlefield,
for
I should say.
for years. It started back in Battlefield 2 and moved on to PCs and various consoles. The last Battlefield I played was just the current incarnation Battlefield. I say with quotation marks because that franchise is even worse at numbering things than Final fucking Fantasy. So, my
have
PvP
to point out that you
experience.
kind of sang that a little bit.
You did.
Yeah, because I'm trying to keep myself optimistic when I'm thinking about Final Fantasy. Because the game franchise started in Japan, but apparently it went to public school in the United States. 8. I mean, 3?
Have you ever watched Conan O'Brien? No. Yeah, it's Conan O'Brien, isn't it? Coco? Yeah. You ever seen him play video games and react to it?
Oh, it's hilarious.
He played one of the newer Final Fantasy games, and it was just like, oh my god, what the hell? And then he finally got to the boss fight, and the guy's like, yeah, the boss fight takes a couple hours. He literally paused the game, pushed the guy against the wall, and was like, what's the fucking point?
Also, can I state, like, I know the history, but again, sometimes things need to change and adapt in the right way.
Right.
Maybe, just hopefully, folks, we could call the franchise something else because it's not final. If it's on 15, it's not final. Yes, I brought my own canned applause because I don't care if you agree with me.
But I love when that episode because he found out that the designers for the game were outside the door sitting down. He's like, I gotta go past them. They've been listening the whole time and I have to go past them. He opens the door, it's like, so you guys helped design this? Yeah? I have to back away from the microphone for this. What the fuck is the point?
That was hilarious.
He literally screamed that out loud in this office because he couldn't take it anymore. Like, the opening, like, their car breaks down, so he has to...
15.
Yeah, it's 15, I believe. So he has to run there. Then they're talking about a wedding dress. He's like, this is weird. And Elijah Wood is there, and Elijah Wood loves Final Fantasy. He's like, this is different. And then he finds out you can ride chocobos, and Elijah Wood's like, you can ride chocobos? Awesome! And he's like, why the hell was our car broken down then?
Why? Because apparently people want BTS to carry fucking weapons across a field.
It's part of the story, but that's besides the point.
Well, I'm laughing at the sheer soul shatter look on Red's face. Like, you look like you've given up on life.
I've given up on Final Fantasy.
I've
Think about this. Do you know how deeply in my soul I felt parts of the Final Fantasy franchise? I liked playing Mystic Quest. Let that sink in.
I've heard people refer to Final Fantasy 15 as Final Fantasy Bachelor Party Road Trip.
Yeah. Like, I played 7, I played 8. I was more into Kingdom Hearts, I know. But even now, Kingdom Hearts has burned me out.
Oh, I've heard bad things
I have
about
not
3.
played the new one. I've never played the in-between games either. Because I just wanted the numbered games.
I saw a hilarious comment on Facebook about find a girl who likes Kingdom Hearts. She's used to waiting 13 years to be disappointed.
Oh,
Damn.
that's terrible.
Wow.
That is actually a good one.
Ouch. Andy just blew it up. Just
Yep.
no mercy.
So, what
It's like Final Fantasy was the ghetto in Philly and Andy was the police.
I was gonna say, the only thing I want to just find and follow is my bobbleheads. I don't care if someone takes them.
Bobbleheads really aren't that impressive. in
I'm like, that's
76,
all I
though.
care about.
Well,
I mean, for abilities, they're
Well, yeah,
impressive,
but I just like the
display
bobbleheads.
purposes, it's not like 4. 4, I had much more fun displaying them.
Okay, admittedly, you say that now, but if I were to get up and go, ooh, I love me that Brotherhood of Steel Power Armor bobblehead and that and that and that and just start grabbing bobbleheads, you'd be like, hey, put that shit down.
In the game, I really wouldn't care. You can find bobbleheads again. It's okay.
And you can buy them again. So thank you. No, see that that uncomfortable look? Yeah, see? Just wait. Game starts up, she's gonna pull out a fat man like, touch my shit.
Probably.
it's pretty well evidenced by anybody who would come into your apartment, but yeah,
Well, the bobbleheads are now in there.
Yeah, the Fallout stuff's
there's
in
a
there.
fascination with the figures. is
Yeah,
what I was
we have a
going
lot
with.
of vinyl pop figures.
Yeah.
She's happy because we bought a Fallout one that looks like her hairstyle. So I'm going to paint it so it matches her Fallout character.
Yeah. She's gonna pink hair.
I can't do anything to match any of my Fallout characters because 90% of their time they're members of the Brotherhood of Steel, and the other time it's my Fallout 76 character, who's essentially
Excuse me.
for lack of a better phrase, he's a heavyweight boxing legend that happened to make it to the vault in Fallout 76 and get out. He's even got the Muhammad Ali haircut, unarmed style, strong as you could possibly
you
be.
like doing that, creating characters that really represent something you love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I remember when we were streaming the D&D game, the guy who quit our group,
Oh yeah.
he could not understand why you, Red, were playing Green Arrow. Not the fact that you were playing a character based on Green Arrow, but you kept it true to the comic book. White, blonde, Robin Hood looking guy, and he was like, but he's black, right? No, he's not. So you're playing a white guy?
Yeah. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude that's guilty that he had to kill his pops.
Though he was really like, I even remember the other game we weren't streaming where Hakuto is based on a famous martial artist, the Black Dragon. I'm not gonna say his name because I keep messing up his first name. I keep switching it between Jim and Gene.
Jim.
Yeah, I'm like, if I try, I know it's Jim, but if I say Jim Kelly, it's gonna come out Gene Kelly.
The
And
tap
I'm like-
dancer?
Yeah, and I keep doing that. I'm like, that's not the Black Dragon.
But it's hilarious.
But you described him as looking exactly like him.
Yeah,
and then
like,
because the fact that the throw comes up in every single game, and all of a sudden he goes, after like months of playing, he goes, "You have an afro?"
yeah.
I'm like, I think it's been a running gag every single game. He's like, the whole time?
Yes.
Have you not noticed?
Like, you really do love to make your characters, like, in your role-play games, after people that you do admire and love.
Yeah, and to be honest, Hokuto, as evidenced by the name, is a blend of Black Dragon, the real-life martial artist, friend of Bruce Lee, world record, or world champion in his own right, Jim Kelly, and Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Haven't got to do any of the fun hit somebody and explode stuff yet, but here's to hoping on that next 20.
I love the fact the last game, you beat someone into mental damage. That was just hilarious.
Well, that's the thing, is that as time progresses, like in the Fist of the North Star, like movies and video games, Kenshiro meets Raiders, and it's just kind of slap.
Uh-oh, what?
They're pretty much making Nuclear Winter Fortnite. You can now build a staircase to go up to get away from people in Nuclear Winter.
So they're literally. Who wants to bet 8-5 odds that Bethesda's sitting there right now? They've got 4 testers who, instead of should be play testing the game and helping break down these constant issues, including a duplication glitch that continues to pop up. That seems to me like either your hardware has a permanent vulnerability and people keep finding it, or you don't want the duplication glitch fixed.
Yeah.
But who wants to bet Bethesda's got 4 people there right now playing Fortnite, taking notes, like literally
Probably.
recording and writing shit down. Like, how can we do that? Can we?
Speaking of glitches,
Let's put that in a super mutant's butt, Bill.
you and I have talked about this, so I want to bring it back up. The story of the people who broke into the beta test server, where the actual workers designed things and tested out. They found an NPC.
Like Wubby or Dibby or something?
Something. I can't remember. They actually found an NPC, and people started joking about it, going, "No, they didn't break into the test server. They broke into the prison server. They've released the boss." It's like, he can't be stopped. We even killed the designer, and he won't stop. Like, I just remember that was so fucking funny.
So they're adding NPCs and companions?
Yeah, I believe they are.
Well, it just seems kind of weird to add something that people literally rode you like a disobedient horse over way after the fact. Like, oh, this was always the plan. No, it wasn't.
No.
The plan was for you to copy paste it.
Yeah.
Like, at the point when you took important things out, like, I was surprised they had guns in. So, like, I mean, you took out people. That was stupid.
Right.
Even the narrative. Oh, this disease
That's
did
the
this.
only thing that I don't like about 76 is you don't see anyone that's not dead.
Right.
Like, you see mutants, you see ghouls. There's dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
Just
Also,
Raiders, first responders, Brotherhood of Steel, everyone is
Yeah.
just laying around dead. The Brotherhood of Steel base, there's like, what, 4 or 5 suits of power armor?
I think
just
so.
laying dead?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even steal shit off of the bodies.
No.
I don't know about y'all, but I can take some shit off a corpse. I've done it before. And before anybody says anything, okay, like, the deceased asked me to do it after they expired because they were a family member, okay? Alright, just putting that out there. But why? Like, you and I were having a conversation, I pointed to Toxic,
Yeah.
about the Atomic Shop.
Right.
And listen,
Oh, yeah, right before the show, you two were losing it on that.
Yeah.
so, like, what I was going to say spills into that, so I'll let you go first because you've
Yeah.
You
Like, I like the atomic shell, but I hate it. Like, they add stuff and then they take it away. It's like, oh, well, this is last minute. Why? Why can't I keep that? Like, I wanted to get the Nuka-Cola girl costume, but I never had enough
Adams.
atoms in the Xbox like I did on the PlayStation for some reason. So I went to go buy it, and it was
Well,
like...
you don't do much. Well, actually, no. That was...
Right.
I forgot. You don't do much on PlayStation
No,
anymore.
but I went to go buy it, and it was gone. I'm like, wait, what? But Nuka-Cola Girl is a staple. Why are you taking away the Nuka-Cola Girl costume?
For all of the things, like, example, another game I play that has a lot of exclusive content that gets vaulted, no pun intended, is Warframe. And that makes sense
I need to
because
play that
there's
again.
constant things coming in. New skins, new weapons, new cards, all
Right.
these things. And having to pull some of it off the server to save load makes sense. But this game is Fallout 4. They're literally... They pulled things out of the game and essentially are like flipping a switch and releasing them so you have access. And then flipping the switch off.
Right.
Yeah, like, the Nuka Girl, like... I was excited to get that in Fallout 4. I'm playing a male character. I can't wear it or anything. It's on display at my base.
I mean, you can wear it, it just doesn't look. It's flattering. Well, then again, I've never seen your male character. It may be flattering. He may have West Virginia's ass. I don't know. So...
No, I generally design them to look like me, so...
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen your ass, so I don't know.
Won't be flattering.
Okay. Well, that wasn't me like saying I want to see your ass, because that just makes things awkward between me and her. Because then there's all these date nights where she's sitting at home salty as fuck holding Aries. You walk in the door, I hope you had fun, bitch. Like...
But, yeah, it's just, it's annoying. And then, like, they're like, oh, we have special stuff just for this event, or special stuff for this, and it's like,
I'm gonna take him out.
you only get this, that's fine. You only get this at a limited time, and it's like, why? Why can't we just have it? Like, we're not doing enough stuff in this game to get enough atoms. We're not sitting here every day going, okay, what's today's challenge? Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, it takes hours to do some of that stuff.
Especially when the things required are linked around a lot of other players who may not be cooperative.
Right.
Events that don't pop up even as often as Bethesda claims they do.
Oh, God.
Because
the Pioneer Scouts are pissing me the fuck off right now.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that when you get back in.
And not to mention, like, the recent event they just did, Meet Me. And this is literally a Fallout 76 barbecue with Graham, a traveling merchant that is well beloved by players. And...
I don't see him that often.
Yeah, because they don't ever put in a way to reliably track him. You just have to stay on literally main roads. Like, look at the map like it's a real-life map and you're traveling through West Virginia. Main roads and thoroughfares is where you're supposed to find him on. That's as most of a... Or that is as much of a hint as you can get.
That's ridiculous.
Like, yeah, this is... Every other vendor is somewhat stable. They've even implemented markers to show you on a player's camp when a player is vending.
You just mentioned vendors, and all I can think about is the stupid legendary bullshit they started. I was like, you just mentioned vendors, and I was like, ah!
It's another example of a terrific idea that Bethesda has that they, again, just drop the ball on.
Right. Well, like, I hate the fact that, like, some of the legendary items you turn in, and it's like, oh, it's only worth five cameras, or whatever the fuck it is, and I'm like, what? It's like, I literally took hours to kill this person, or whatever, find a legendary person just to kill, to get a legendary item to turn in, and I get 5?
Yeah.
Or 3?
And it's not like the scale is very consistent, because I have characters that are... Both of the characters I play are over level 50, and that's currently as high as weapons and equipment goes, is level 50.
Right.
I mean, you'll be a level 300 something character, but you'll still be wearing level 50 shit.
And that's bullcrap.
So, I've taken level 50 things with 3-star legendaries, which 3 separate legendary effects, into the Purveyor... No, literally. Look up the name, like go into Google and type Fallout 76 Legendary Purveyor, and you'll see it.
And I hate the fact that you can't pick a legendary item you get either. Like, it's just like, oh, here's a random one. You get a I don't know, rolling pen. And it's like, I don't want a fucking rolling pen.
Like, okay, look at my character stats. This guy over here has got more hands than Marvel when it's doing multiverses, okay? His whole thing is knocking things the fuck out. Where did he just come from? Giving a Mirelurk Queen the 1-2 business, ending on the right like Sugar Ray Leonard. And what do you get? Hey, let's give him a Furious Gauss rifle. Have I ever used a Gauss rifle up until this point?
No.
No. You use plasma rifles. So maybe a legendary plasma pistol?
Right.
Why would you want one of those? Mother!
I've been lucky. Like, most of the legendary I get is crap, but I've gotten legendary chameleon armor. And as a stealth person, it's fantastic. Like, all the stuff I keep...
Do you hear the
10%
the activation click in your dreams?
No.
Okay.
I should. But
This that.
I recognize it automatically. But, like, I have gotten at least 2% of my stuff has been things to really just ultra enhance my stealth character.
Yeah.
And, or I got a legendary shish kebab, which I love the shish kebab. So.
We were talking about the vendor, is what we were talking about. Turning in stuff and only getting like three, whatever you want to call those, cameras or whatever the fuck they are.
I
And
had
then you
some
can't
legendary
pick.
stuff
Like
I
script.
don't use.
Okay, whatever.
Scrim.
Whatever.
Yeah, Scrib. Purveyor
They
Scrib.
look like cameras to me, but okay.
But I had some extra, like, I always save legendary stuff in case I can sell it for more shit later
Right.
on, no matter what game it is. So, I had some legendary items and I wanted to get rid of. I took them to the Purveyor and it was, like, completely fucking worthless.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this Scrib for? Like, what does it do?
To buy legendary items, you cannot pick.
Do you want to know the real reason they did that? If you guys will remember Diablo 3, Kadala, the blood shard merchant that would scam you. One, I believe they straight up stole that. And two, they had a limit on how much scrib you could earn. Because they realized maybe they couldn't do anything about the duplication problem. They didn't want people using the dupe to sell shit to try to get legit weapons and stuff for the game, so then it'd be harder to trace the duplicators. But again, how about instead of incorporating that, you take all that time and energy you did incorporating a completely new game mechanic into the game
Yeah.
to stabilize things. Because it's, as much as I ride Bethesda like a bull in a fucking terrible point in Spain's history, I love Fallout 4. Like 2/3 of my children have been rocked to sleep to the Fallout New Vegas theme. They've, like, I've got a
You could
copy.
totally do it to the third one, I'll just say.
Yeah, I've got
It really
copy.
depends on Anna, right, though.
Right, like I've got a copy of, well, no, it was Finn and Lily.
Well, oh, okay. I
But-
thought you meant Lily was the third one you haven't done that to.
No, I was playing Fallout New Vegas and had her in my arms, and she got fussy, so picked her up, rocked her to sleep. But I started kind of going with the beat. So I guess it was this weird bonding moment because she was just looking up at me and she cracked a smile as she closed her eyes. But yeah, so I love Fallout 76. I'm probably going to go home and play it if I get a chance. But the thing is, it doesn't excuse the fact that there are some easily fixable problems.
I'm sad. I gotta go to work.
What?
Because Fred's like, I want to go home and play. And I'm like, I
Oh,
want to
okay.
play. I can't. I
I'm
don't
Yeah, I
Why
want
are
you to
you-
play too. I
I'm
always
like,
get
I
on
gotta
it.
work.
Well, I always get on it. Like, I get off right as you're getting on the plane. I'm like, God damn it. Because I've turned over the TV to Anna, and so she's going to start watching her murder porn. I don't want to be like, hey, stop watching Deadly Women so I can shoot things in the face. Because next thing I know, I'm going to wake up to the police going, hey, you're alive. I'm like, wait, what?
She's watching informative murder porn, dude. Don't push it.
No, it's fair. She gets to watch Investigation Discovery. I get to watch the History Channel.
Well, there you
Just
go.
kidding. I don't watch the History Channel. It's not about history anymore.
No, it's not.
It says they also added a new monster that's stalking around in the wilderness on long, fleshy legs. They have no idea what it is, though. And
Joan
we're
Rivers?
supposed to be getting new.
She would've
Janice
survived.
Dickinson.
We're supposed to be getting new weapons and gear as well. So supposedly, as well as the companions.
I'd
And,
rather have raiders to fight than, like, I stopped playing for a while because I got rid of PlayStation Plus. And then I finally got back on my first fucking day on 76. I'm walking around all set. I'm doing just a simple mission. Get some cows to a farm. Should be easy. And there's something coming. And I'm like, oh shit, it's a Deathclaw. And then when it got close, she literally heard me. What the fuck is a sheep squatch? And it's a legendary sheep squatch. I was
me.
not the no-name gunman, though.
It was me and the cow. The cow looked terrified. Matter of fact, so did I. I guess this is payback for all them sheep in my youth.
But she's like, oh yeah, it's something new. I'm like, why the fuck are they adding this shit?
Oh, you are so helpful. Oh, it's something new. Instead of, there's a devil sheep that's about to sodomize you with spikes, hun. You know that impression of Jesse Owens that Red always does? Do that! The hell with that cow. The hell with the 20 caps they give you for events, because apparently you spend 30 caps getting there and only earn 20.
Yeah.
And run. Fuck that cow.
The cows died. The cows fucking died. Like, they killed me. I had to go back and use every bit of my stealth that I could to sneak up and get my shit back.
Yeah. He's not easy to kill.
No, he is not.
Definitely not.
She's like, oh, you can kill him? I'm like, legendary level 70, my fucking ass I can kill. And then I did the fake sheep squat. I was loving that fucking mission.
Why? You know what's really funny?
Like, it's just so fun, the investigation stuff. And then all of a sudden, by the way, there's an Assaultron that's lost its fucking mind. You gotta do this to kill it.
And it's not just an Assaultron. It's a very large Assaultron. Yeah. This thing is like 2 stories tall, dressed like the lost member of Gwar. Like, okay, we're doing this, you know in Fallout 4, the Underground Railroad, well, it's the Underground Railroad. I hate to say it, it's the next Underground Railroad. But all their stuff is very subtle, spy-like. Even the music, their theme music when you're in their lair, is very sort of American James Bond.
Uh-huh.
Like, at that point, you start getting that feeling when you're doing that quest with the investigation. And even then, you find out there's an actual spy involved. And then suddenly, at the end, you go from James Bond in the Pacific Rim. Help me, Miss Moneypenny. Ah, shit, help. I'm getting knocked around by this goddamn robot. Somebody hand this to Daniel Craig. I'm sick of taking this ash whooping. Because it's in the ash heap. Get it? Ash whooping. Oh, I have to respawn.
You wanted to talk about the
Pioneer
Scouts.
Oh, I am
stuff.
so fucking pissed off about that shit. I am just so fucking pissed. Like,
now you know how I feel about the Boy Scouts. Go on.
I was in the Boy Scouts too, so there's a whole more reason why I'm pissed about this
shit.
Oh,
warm it up. Go on.
So, I get back and they're like, backpacks are introduced. I'm like, more carry space?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do it. Start going through everything, and then I'm like, babe, how the fuck do I get this goddamn backpack? Because I don't understand any of this. She comes in and explains it. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do the challenges. I start looking at the challenges. Take a quiz, take a quiz, take a quiz, take a quiz, revive an ally, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't play with people. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, and not only that, when I got to that fucking place to start the mission, it's at the camp. We know it.
Yeah.
You don't know this. It's at a Boy Scout camp. Well, it's called Pioneer Scouts. It just so happens to also be the location of a Mirelurk Queen event.
Yeah.
The fucking bitch was out walking around, 4 stories tall, and I'm like, fuck.
Imagine a 4-story crustacean that spits acid and punches like a mantis shrimp. Which also they have large but not quite as tall crustaceans called fog crawlers, which are literally just walking mantis shrimp.
Yeah.
The look on your face is like, I do not want to play Fallout 76.
I'm actually okay watching.
It happens in 4 quite a while, so.
But
like in Fallout 4, I don't fucking fight those things. I literally like drop a flare on them and let the Minutemen bombard them with mortars and then nuke their asses.
they also added extra stuff for the Pioneer Scouts that you have to do to get each, like, I wouldn't say creature, like each individual bug or whatever statues. Like, you can actually get a Wendigo statue, but you have to complete these stupid challenges, and I'm like, I just want the statue.
Let me ask you this. What happened in our evolution? that we forgot how the fuck backpacks work. Why the fuck do I need a Pioneer Scout badge to fucking wear a backpack?
Like, no, really, that. I mean, because the lore in Fallout 76 is that every player coming out of the vault is a super genius. Like a Wile E. Coyote, super genius. But like an actual genius, not just a pretentious wolf dickhead. Like, literally, it's... You're super intelligent. It's why you can do any of the things in your perk tree because you're smart and you know them and you're just applying your brain to it.
Yeah.
Now, some of these people become raiders. Okay, that's terrifying, a hyper-intelligent raider. But some become whatever. And how do you craft armor? Like literal things you require engineering degrees to make. But, oh shit, I can't make a backpack. Oh shit, I can't wear a backpack.
Yeah, that made no sense to me.
Oh, apparently, I don't know how it is on other consoles, but Tony and I kept running Stings and Things, the repeatable quest, and he
I
kept...
haven't done that one.
He kept getting, because it's a daily, he kept getting various wall mounts for things.
Oh, see, I want to get that.
Like, I got the wall mount, like, if you want me to build a wall mount Wendigo, I think I can.
I want one.
So I can just go in your camp, like...
So badly.
There you
I'm
go.
like, I want
Ever
one.
since she played Until Dawn, and I explained what a Wendigo was, she's been a little obsessed with Wendigos.
I even have a little
I will say
figure.
this: I'm obsessed
Sorry.
with Wendigos. When I found out
I
Wendigos
didn't
were in
know that.
'76, I went hunting. Like I fucking hunted Wendigos. I love hunting Wendigos.
I was leery about them up until a certain point because part of their, the way the creature is designed in game is that there's a certain amount of damage and damage resistance that it negates by attack. I'm an unarmed character.
Isn't it adorable?
Unlike a real Wendigo, yes.
Yeah, it's a cutesy amalgamation of what they look like in mythology with chibi, and it is cute. Yes.
I love it.
But, like, encountering the Wendigo, I was like, oh, wow, this thing's really doing damage to me. But
Oh, yeah.
now, it's like, I'll go, like, I wish you played on Xbox because I want to go Wendigo hunting with you. So we'll just be sitting there in the mire, crouched down in the weeds, like, shh,
Well, you could do that.
bald-headed glowing bitch. What? Bald glowing bitch over there. You leave Grace Jones out of this. No! Red. I mean, what? Wendigo, over there. And then here goes me. Whee! And I'm like, get as many shots in as you want, because when I get there, I'm kicking him across the county. I'm
Well,
pulling.
this is literally how it would be. You running at him, and all of a sudden you see his head just go. Pfft, and he falls down.
Well, that's fine, because the power attack is still coming. It'll launch the corpse.
And I will yell at you like, "We needed the acid!"
Well, we can just go get it out the tree. Marsupial. Punch it, it falls down.
But I love going through the mire and just seeing one and just popping its head right off. I love Wendigos are some of my favorite mythology. And if you play D&D with me, you know I will throw my favorite mythology at you, and you're gonna hate it.
Are we going to end up fighting a Wendigo?
No,
I-
the public group, they don't know this yet, but one of them, you remember how she got a keep?
Mm-hmm.
And it was full of gnolls. Her keep, this guy's keep, is full of Wendigos. And he has a wish spell. He's got one wish left, and he's trying to figure out how to wish himself to his keep. Depending on what time of day it is, it might be a bad idea. And John, if you're listening to this, don't you dare fucking say a thing. John likes listening to our podcast, and he is in the public group. I can't have him warning Patrick. Though I know he won't warn Patrick whatsoever.
Excuse me. So, what about the new Fallout raids? Vault 94.
I
It'll
have
be a
not
4-player
looked into
raid.
that.
Have you looked into it, Red?
Yeah. Okay. So there.
Oh, it's very puzzle based. Ew.
Yeah. How can I say this? When they introduced the burrows, which is a team or individual instanced open dungeon you can go do, it was something that was added and appreciated, but it was lackluster. Then they added Project Paradise with Wild Appalachia. I'm sorry. No matter how much you say it, Bethesda, it's Appalachia. not Appalachia. Do you know how many people from West Virginia I know that played the game that get that twinge in their head? It'd be like, okay, for the next thing I'm going to say, it's going to give away some relevance. But we, the four of us here, our home state, you can see a good chunk of it from in Fallout 76. That's literally what I did within the first few weeks of the game
I was
coming
gonna
out.
say, when you and I played together on the Xbox, weren't we trying to get over to Ohio?
Yeah,
can't.
I
Yeah.
literally found the one spot where you can kind of technically stand on the soil that counts as Ohio because you're across the what's known as the 50% margin of the Ohio River.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ohio River, technically, it is shared between Ohio and West Virginia and other states, but major problems, issues, cleanup, maintenance, yada yada, belongs to the state of Ohio. Hence, Ohio River. So, pretty much,
Well, we don't get to that one.
we're kind of able to see our home state.
Dang it.
It's a big chunk of the map. You can stand up on a cliff and stare well into where you'd see places in Ohio, and you gotta wonder, where all these people died. Nobody ran. Nobody swam across the water and got the fuck out. I'd have been like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm from Ohio. I'm just gonna go back over there.
Yeah.
And then, in Wasteland, like, oh, well, where did the people come from? They just walked in from outside. So, there's no Scorched Beast over there, or over there, or over there. Sorry.
You're good.
Over there, or over there. Like, they're just...
Have you played Nuclear Winter at all?
No, hell
I didn't
no.
think so. So they let you in the vault. This just popped in my head. And there's actually like kind of a story in there, but you have to level up in order to get through more of it. Yeah, it's really stupid. You have to play the PvP game and level up just to go around and learn things about vault. What number is that vault? 64 or something like that?
Red,
I don't know.
Red is currently wearing
But I'm
his.
just
You've
like-
gotta be fucking kidding me. Rob.
Really? I'm like, I wanted them to open the vault and like actually make it exploring, not one for a raid, one for PvP, and then
Yeah.
whatever they're gonna do with the other one or two.
Hey, Bethesda, you know these vaults, right? Like, maybe you could release a vault, and then people come out of it.
That'd be cool.
Or like, holy shit, what's going on? Oh, we have some shit to tell y'all. Like, literally, you can let the players be the introduction into the game. Like, if the player's like a raider, he's like, hey, shit's fucked up. Get what you can.
Yeah.
By the way, give me your wallet. And then they get hit with a fat man. They're like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do that. But, like, in other times, you have other players come up like, look, you have these crazy assholes trying to take things. There's these gigantic bats floating through the air. And remember that whole weird shit in Point Pleasant with the dude with the wings? And the dude with the wings has somehow turned into a giant moth that isn't the same thing at all.
Your best option at this point is to go back into cryostasis and hope when you come out things are straight right again.
No,
Yeah.
don't go in the cryostasis. That's how you lose your wife and kid. Or husband and kid.
I was about to say, or husband and kid.
Yeah.
How you lose your kid?
Yeah, how
Pretty much.
you lose your kid and your spouse. And for me personally, you just be working and bam, you get shot in the head by Matthew Perry in a bad suit. But again, this is just that whole big Bethesda not knowing what to do with the vaults.
Right.
Like, every vault they've had in the previous games, it's been like, oh, let's have this story element here,
Yeah.
or this useful thing here. But in 76, they forget all of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised they're not going to make a microtransaction to, well, with a little extra money, you can get into a vault just to do whatever you
Right.
want.
I'm waiting for that actually, to be honest with you.
To be honest, like I loved going into vaults in New Vegas and Fallout 4. Like all the different things about them and discovering the fact that
The vaults
Vault
weren't meant
Tech-
to save anybody.
Like, I love the fact that we actually, in 76, the Overseer from 76, when she's becoming the Overseer, she finds out Vault-Tech's full of shit.
Oh.
They're literally gonna fuck you over. And yet she still signs up for it.
Yeah.
Even though
E-
she's like, I hate this.
Even at the cost of the man she loves.
Yep. And then she wants Vault-Tech to pay.
Yeah, and then, but then she has the gall, the unmitigated gall, to try to chastise the player character, even though they had nothing to do with launching a nuke like they personally launched the nuke. I don't know if that's a writing oversight from Bethesda or an intention, like just the way the character felt, but it's sloppy.
I'm gonna say writing because I'm still pissed out about Fallout 4. The railroad. We need an army. Hey, I'm the general of the Minutemen. I got an army. Fuck the Minutemen.
Why?
We need an actual army and weapons. I have an army. We have weapons. We have training. We're ready.
And
we're gonna make the synths fight for themselves.
And who else? Like, you're wanting people to get on the good side, like synths to be on the side of the Commonwealth, when the Commonwealth's official protectors decide that the Institute is some bullshit and push their shit in and fight for the rights of synths? You don't think that's gonna have an effect of them going, well, maybe we were wrong about it? I mean, because we were all okay with the synths until that Commonwealth massacre thing, but no, that's still not going to be an answer. Come on.
Yeah, that whole the railroad story really pissed me off. Like I Bethesda normally does some pretty good work with writing, but they always, when they do bad, it's bad. Like, it's terrible.
Get your finger out of your nose.
Why did you just say get your finger out of your nose?
Baby.
My daughter has her finger in her nose.
Ah.
But I think that's all we have to complain about for 76, right? I'm
Oh,
like, I
talk
think that's
about
all we're
too.
going to talk about
Well,
for
but-
76.
And
It's just
it's
76.
one thing that I can think to mention that when I got the game Jump Force,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I was most excited to tell Red about because of his love of the character, because he's mentioned it a few times,
Just a few.
is
not
one
all.
of the characters you can use to fight is Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. The second I learned about that, I paused the game. I texted Red saying, "Oh my god, you can play Kenshiro in this game." His response, "Are you fucking serious?"
No, I think my response was, what game? Like, wait, what game? No. If you're playing Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage, that makes sense. If you're playing like Super Smash Brothers, I'm intrigued.
And it took me way too long to understand why the game is called Jump Force. Because every single playable character
It's
except
Shonen Jump, isn't it?
Bingo.
Yeah, I figured that. I'm like, but these are all Shonen Jump characters, so I figured that's why it was called that.
Yeah, it took me way too long to figure that out.
Okay, like, I was curious because I was like, do you go in like, you know, the bad guys, it's always outnumbering the good guys. Well, what if the good guys are like, F that noise, just roll up 30-1 on a bad guy, like, ha, what are you going to do, Mr. Oh, shit. Like, just straight up. That would be a great game premise. Just the superheroes getting fed up with this bullshit and going, all right, we're doing the supervillain shit back to them. And they'd straight up, the superheroes would straight up put on body cams and watch footage of the shit the supervillains have done, and then be like, all right, cool. And then the Flash goes chasing after Reverse Flash, for example, and then suddenly he starts and does some weird phase shit where he phases through him. There, you can't use the reverse force without shitting yourself at high speed. Like, so anytime he even tries to vibrate his hand, he suddenly launches into a high-speed run, rapidly defecating. He even tries to do that whole, like, you know, use the speed force to process and think real fast. Suddenly, it's like the fucking colon blow commercials. Like,
God.
or Superman goes to, like, Darkseid and puts some mirrored goggles on him and, like, tickles his temples and just makes him, like, Omega beam the shit out of his own, inside of his own head. And just stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
But back on 76, yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think you've covered everything that's new.
Yeah.
We
we
didn't
don't
really
like.
say anything good about any of it because
Of
it's
course
all
not.
a little too late.
Right.
Yeah.
And we all said we love 76.
We
Well,
do.
us who play 76 said we love 76.
Right.
And I'm reminded of something I had said earlier to Andy on a completely different topic about 76. It was quoting Shirley Chisholm, what she said about the United States, but in this place I'll change it for 76. I don't view 76 as what it is solely, because right now, even with what they've added, it's still a mess. I love it for what it could be, for what it could have been. Had they taken the time, built other projects to get this shit out the way, to get certain things out of the system so they wouldn't need to be Johnny-come-lately with game trends instead of building on the franchise that they have. But that doesn't excuse anything they've done.
Yeah.
Because in the time they had where they could have been doing things, in the interim of things being on, they've outsourced merch in three different occasions, and it's wound up terrible. All of you, I'm sure, Fallout fans are aware of what I'm referencing when I say bag, jacket, Nuka-Cola rum.
Oh, yeah. I remember those now.
So, yeah.
Forgot all about that.
Me too.
You could have gone and spent time on things that you needed to, like all that extra promotional shit. You could spend that time hiring more people to help fix the game.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that's all we're going to cover for this one. Because that was pretty long. So 76 was fine. We can talk about another game some other time.
We just spent an hour. I'm looking at the time. Well, almost an hour.
So,
but there's a lot of going on in 76,
Yeah,
so
there
it's
is.
understandable why we just took that long on
Right.
76.
And we still didn't get all of it.
No, we didn't.
not really.
Like, we just
But that's
covered
okay.
the big announcements for
Right.
this week.
Yeah. There's probably more to come.
Oh, there will be.
We will cover that
It was
later.
the iceberg of 76.
Right.
Nice.
So, I think we will end this one
God
off.
damn it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, that's just God damn it. That was good.
He's had some good... Was it good zingers this one, or just good zingers overall today?
I think good singers overall today.
Well, I couldn't remember. Was the first one in this show?
I think it was in the other one.
Okay, it was in Geeks Behaving Badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay, yeah, I was like, you've had some good zingers, but was it twice in one show, or just once in each show?
Generally, I've got one good joke in each show in me.
Yeah.
I think we'll end this one on that note instead of continuing because there's, we've already spent forever talking about 76, so we'll have to pick another video game next
Well,
time.
nothing really big's happening in the
No,
other video games.
not
right
really.
now.
I don't know. I mean, if anything, we could talk about, like, certain trends we see in the industry, where we think they're going, how we feel about them.
We could do that in another episode, though.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On another
Yep,
episode.
we could do that in another episode.
Just let's face it, I believe all of us are noticing one big trend,
Oh, yeah.
and I kind of want to see if it gets worse in the coming month or so.
Yeah.
Because Fallout's doing it now,
Right.
and just, it's becoming big,
Yep.
and I don't understand it, but...
Alright.
Cryptic.
So I guess we will see you guys in another episode where we talk about another game or what Red suggested or whatever. We'll ramble about whatever games with whatever comes up.
Well, the whole point of the show is for you to ramble on
Right.
about games.
So
Because I ramble on about board games and role-play games and all that and dice rollers,
I
so...
know. But we will see you guys in another episode. Thank you for joining, and don't forget to share your opinions on our Instagram or our Facebook. It's 63rd Legion on both. And if you want to follow us on Twitch, when we finally get Twitch back up, it's the same name. So I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for listening.